kapag kayo ay nag-gather ng load demand data, no, for a certain locality, no? At yan yung iyong kailangan gawan ng projection. Maaring hindi on a daily basis, maaring monthly or even annual. Halimbawa sa isang taon ba, no? Ano yung total load demand for a particular customer? Halimbawa residential, commercial, industrial, no? Doon mo ngayon titingnan sa tatlong types ng iyong consumers or customers. Obviously there is variation on load demand. Okay? Nagkakaroon ng variation. Okay? With respect to time or with respect to, let's say, months or year. Okay? So, ano yung importance ng pagdodraw natin ng daily load curve? Okay, sabi dito, the daily load curves have attained a great importance in generation as they supply the following information readily. First, the daily load curve shows the variation of load on the power station during different hours of the day. Yes or no? Tama ba ga yung statement? Ipinakikita dito yung pagbabago ng load demand, no, sa kada oras. Tama ba ang statement?
Apo, sir.
True or
Opo, sir.
false? True. Okay. So the area under the daily load curve gives the number of units generated in the day. So makikita mo dito yung area. Yung units generated per day, kung babalikan mo ito, yung total area covered by the daily load curve, no? Kung ikaw ay merong megawatt at meron ka ditong hour, so megawatt hour. Kung ito naman ang load demand mo ay kilowatt, eh di ang magiging area mo, units generated per day is kilowatt hour. No? Kilowatt hour. Ngayon ang tanong, paano ho i-compute yung area? Paano mo i-compute? Irregular shape yan. O, marunong ba kayong gumamit ng mga methods natin in computing irregular shape? So, pwedeng gumamit tayo ng trapezoidal rule, no? So, marunong ba kayong mag-trapezoidal rule? So, ang gagawin ninyo, pag gumamit kayo ng trapezoidal rule, no, forming various or several trapezoids. At ang area, kukuhanin mo yung summation ng mga areas nung trapezoids na na-form mo. Halimbawa, hahatiin mo dito, ito yung isang trapezoid, 1, 2, 3, 4, hati-hatiin mo. Pag niliitan mo yung width dito, nung iyong base, nung iyong trapezoid, the better. Nagiging mas accurate, no? Mas nagiging accurate yung iyong area. Kasi kukuhanin mo siya, hindi mo siya mako-compute directly kasi irregular siya. So ang gagawin mo, you divide, no? You divide your load curve into strips of several trapezoids. No, pag niliitan mo, halimbawa, dinivide mo ito into 3. So better. No, kasi yung iyong curve na-convert na into line. No? So hindi na siya curve pagka kinat mo ng maliliit. So kukuhanin mo lang yung summation. No? Yung summation nung lahat ng area ng trapezoids para ma-compute mo yung kilowatt hour, yung units generated per day. Anong nangyayari? Ano yung importance noon? Kailangan mo siya, no? Na malaman ano ba yung total area, no? Yung energy produced, no? Energy produced in kilowatt hour. Energy produced in kilowatt hour. So yan yung tinatawag nating units generated per day. The highest point on the daily load curve represents the maximum demand on the station on that day. Tama nga ba? No? Yung highest point dito, yun yung nagre-represent ng maximum demand. Tama ba yun, Mark Jan?
Apo, sir.
Yan. So, iyong tingnan uli, ano ba yung iyong maximum demand at anong oras na occur yung maximum demand based on the sample load curve.
Ah,
Tingnan mo uli.
ang maximum load po ay yung 6 megawatts tapos nangyari po siya sa
Ang
6
maximum
p.m.
demand ay yan,
Ang
yan.
maximum demand po ay
6
6
p.m., 6
megawatts.
megawatt. Yan. Yan. Ngayon, kung ang iyong load demand ay halimbawa ay kilowatt, ay di ang magiging unit mo ng area ay kilowatt hour. Ito, megawatt, ito yung hour, so megawatt hour yung area mo. Walang problema doon. You can convert one unit to another. Okay. And then the area under the daily load curve divided by the total number of hours gives the average load on the station in the day. Yan. Pag-compute mo pala ng average load, kasi kita mo, variable nga siya, nagbabari depending on the time. Ano naman yung average load? Oh, so, syempre, ang EOD yung magiging reference, yung total area. Yung area natin in kilowatt hour, no? That is being computed using trapezoidal rule or one-third Durance rule, no? So marami tayong mga technique or method of computing irregular shape. So ang nangyayari, we used to consider trapezoidal rule. No. So pag na-compute mo yung area in kilowatt hour, i-divide mo ng 24 hours. Bakit siya in 24 hours? Yun ang total number of hours para makuha mo yung average load. Okay? So kung na-compute mo ang kilowatt hour, i-divide mo ng 24 hours, ano ang average load ngayon natin? Ano ang unit ng average load? Ano yung unit ng average load, Justin? Kilowatt hour divided by hour. Anong unit ng average load?
Kilowatt.
Kilowatt. Yan. So, kilowatt ang unit. Kung megawatt hour divided by hour, ano naman ang average load? Macglin.
Megawatts po.
Megawatt. Yan. So, dapat ay may tamang unit. Okay? So, the load curve helps in selecting the size and the number of generating units. Yan nga ang sinasabi ko sa inyo. Let's say, for example, your power plant is operating only for using 3 generating units. Halimbawa, 3 diesel engine lang ang niraran mo. And it satisfies already, say, 300 megawatt. Ngayon, biglang tumaas ang demand. So, magdadagdag ka ngayon. At ma-define mo based sa iyong daily load curve kung ano yung size na pwede mong idagdag na generating units, or even if you are wanted to design the number of units, no? At saka mag-a-identify ka ng capacity of your generating units, very important to know yung iyong load curve. Kasi nakikita mo dito, ano ba yung pinakamataas? I-fit in mo ngayon ang iyong generating units doon sa iyong load curve. Gets? No, meron tayong curve fitting na gagawin. No, magkakaroon ka ng curve fitting, depende. Alam ba ang iyong bubuhayin, papatayin, magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng schedule. No, may mga schedule tayo, yung halimbawa unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, no? Let's say unit 1 is operating 24 hours. No, unit 2 you start at 8 a.m., you stop at 10 a.m. Things like that. Okay? So the load curve helps in selecting the size and the number of generating units. Okay? Yan. So makakompute ngayon natin itong load factor. Ano ba yung load factor? Okay. Pag na-compute mo na si average load, i-divide mo siya ng maximum demand. So kanina alam mo na kung paano mag-identify ng maximum demand, no? Nakuha mo na si maximum demand. no? Based on inspection dun sa iyong load curve, nakita mo yung highest point which represents your maximum demand, no? Yun ang gagamitin mo sa pagko-compute ng iyong load factor. And then marunong ka na rin kumuha ng average load, no? Ang pagkuha ng average load is yung area, no? Total area ng iyong load curve, no? Divided by your maximum demand. Okay? So, average less term or dimensionless term. Wala siya. Average load kilowatt, maximum demand kilowatt, cancel, load factor. Oh, pwede yung i-multiply mo ng 100 or it could be um, less than 100 or it could be less than 1 or greater than 1. Okay, yan. So, area in kilowatt, total area of rectangle in which the load curve is contained. The load curve helps in preparing the operation schedule of the station. Yun nga, sinasabi ko kanina, if you define the number of generating units to fit in your load curve, no? Titingnan mo ngayon. Hindi naman kasi lahat ng generating units ay nag-ooperate 24 hours. Hindi siya nagganon. Merong unit na nag-ooperate, let's say for example, one unit operating continuously 100% of the day, 24 hours. Pero other units, no, can be operated depending on the load demand. Okay, pwedeng sa oras na ito naka-start ay 2 units, no? Merong oras na 3 units ang iyong na-start, pero merong time na pwedeng i-stop mo yung 1 unit para kasi yun lang ang iyong load demand. Okay? So, ano yung connected load? No? So, this is the sum of continuous ratings of all equipment connected to supply system. Yan. So, diyan sa inyong bahay, mamaya, mag-compute ka ng connected load. No, ilang bang bumbilya meron kayo dyan? No? Ano yung rating ng iyong let's say for example ng iyong ano yung kilowatt hour ninyong ginagamit, ano yung rating ng inyong aircon, no? Let's say yung iyong refrigerator. Oh, let's say for example, meron kang microwave na ginamit for a certain minutes. Oh, so makukuha mo yung connected load. Nagbukas ka ng TV, ano yung rating, no? So connected load, no? So this is basically the summation ng ratings ng mga equipment, no? Pwedeng watts, pwedeng kilowatt, pwedeng horsepower. So depende sa unit, no? So titingnan mo ngayon, you get the summation. Halimbawa, may example ka dito na may 5 bumbilya, no? Meron kang 100 watts na lamp, 5, so 5 times 100 plus. Meron kang say 500 watts, no, na ginagamit mo sa iyong ano, let's say yung gadget mo na sa laptop 500 watts. So 500, 5 times 100 is 500 plus 500. Ang iyong total connected load is 100 watts. No? Then the sum of the connected loads of all consumers connected is the connected load to the power station. So meron kang individual and then kukuhanin mo yung individual connected load sa let's say for example sa kada consumer, you get the total, yun ang total connected load sa power station. Okay? Then maximum demand, this is the greatest demand of power, no, on load on the power station during a given time, no. So yan nga example natin dito, no, 6 megawatt at 6 p.m. yung maximum demand. What would be your demand factor? No, ano ba yung demand factor? The ratio ng maximum demand, alam mo na yung maximum demand mo, okay, to each connected load. Marunong ka na rin mag-compute ng connected load. Okay? The value of the demand factor is usually less than 1. Unitless din siya. No, unitless din ang demand factor. So maximum demand overconnected load. No? So lagi siyang less than 1. Ang sabi nga dito, if the maximum demand on the power station is 80 megawatt and the connected load is 100 megawatt, okay? So ang demand factor mo is 80 over 100, which is basically 0.8. No? So ganun lang mag-compute ng demand factor. And then of course, ito nga, daily average load. Ngayon, sabi ko nga sa inyo, ang average load can be computed depending on the type of the load curve. Meron tayong daily load curve, meron tayong monthly load curve, at meron tayong annual load curve or yearly load curve. Kaya pag kinompute mo yung average load, depende yan. Average load can be categorized as daily, monthly, and yearly average load. So alam mo na are, divided by 24 hours. Ito naman ay monthly average load. Yun nila, pagkuha mo ng kilowatt hour, then the number array, take note ha, ito yung na-generate in a month, no? Gagamitin mo ay monthly load curve, and then over the number of hours in a month. So, yun yung average load, monthly average load. Kapag yearly naman, so ito naman yung number of units, kilowatt hour generated in a year over 8760 hours. So, ito yung total number of hours in a year, 8760, fixed na siya. Okay? Gets? So, load factor, ganun pa uli, average load, maximum demand, plant factors, yan. Okay. So, alam na yan. Diversity factor. Diversity factor. Ano ba yung diversity factor? This is the ratio of the sum of individual maximum demand to the maximum demand on power station. Okay. So, sum of individual maximum demand. So, kasi may mga individual maximum demand ka, kukuhanin mo yung summation. Saan mo makikita yung individual maximum demand? Doon sa iyong mga customer. No? Depende sa iyong types ng customer, kaya meron kanya-kanyang maximum demand. And you get the summation of that maximum demand, no? So, gagamitin mo yun as your numerator sa iyong diversity factor. And then the maximum demand on power station. Okay. So, anong nangyayari? Kung ang demand factor is always less than 1, the diversity factor will always be greater than 1. Okay? The greater, take note ano yung implication ng diversity factor. The greater the diversity factor, the lesser is the cost of generation of power. So yun yung advantage. Pag mas mataas, no? Pag mataas ang diversity factor, okay, lumiliit yung cost of generation. Okay? So the diversity factor is always greater than 1, while your demand factor is basically less than 1. Oh. So usually, demand factor and diversity factor goes together. Kasi yun nga, yung the reciprocal of your demand factor, you got your diversity factor. Okay? Yan. Plant capacity factor naman. Ito yung ratio ng actual energy produced to the maximum possible energy that could have been produced during a given period. Example, meron kang average demand times the number of hours or time, okay, over the plant capacity. Kaya dito mo ngayon makikita or magagamit pag ikaw ay nag-define ng iyong plant capacity sa iyong capstone design project, kukumputin mo. Meron kang plant capacity factor, meron kang average demand, then you can compute for your plant capacity. Okay? Average demand or average load, no? Over plant capacity is your plant capacity factor. Higher load factor means lesser maximum demand. The station capacity is so selected that it must meet the maximum demand. Now, lower maximum demand means lower capacity of the plant, which therefore reduces the cost of the plant. Okay? So there is diversification in the individual maximum demand. The maximum demand of some consumers may occur at one time while of others at some other time. Hence the name diversity factor. Okay? Greater diversity factors means lesser maximum demand. Okay? Then meron tayong annual plant capacity factor. Nakikita mo dito, yung multiply, no, yung plant capacity mo by H760, no, total number of hours. Kaya mangyayari kilowatt hour, annual kilowatt hour output. Ito yung generated natin, power generated in a year. Then meron kang H760, the total number of hours in a year. Then plant capacity. Kaya annual plant capacity factor ang tawag. Okay? Indication of the reserve capacity of the plant. Okay? Yung plant capacity factor pala is an indication of the reserve capacity ng plant. No? Halimbawa yung reserve capacity. Halimbawa, ang unit mo ay can generate, let's say 500 megawatt. No. The units can generate 500 megawatt. Pero ang iyong demand lang, let's say for example, is 400 megawatt. So, ano yung reserve capacity mo doon? The difference between the capacity, plant capacity minus your maximum demand. That would serve as your reserve capacity. So, 500 minus 450, meron kang 50 megawatt na reserve capacity. Gets? Ha? Kasi kung ikaw ay magde-define sa iyong plant capacity sa capstone design project mo, nakita mo yung maximum demand, then magde-define ka na ng plant capacity. So dapat hindi naman maximum demand equal plant capacity. Bakit? In reality, hindi mo naman kayang i-produce yun. Kung ang iyong plant capacity sinet mo ng 300 megawatt, in reality, you are producing less than 300 megawatt because of losses. No, meron tayong mga tinatawag na losses. No. So, hindi ka makakaproduce. Gustuhin mo man 300 megawatt ang iyong design capacity, hindi naman yan mapuproduce in reality. No, because of inefficiencies. So, anong mangyayari? Pag ikaw ay may plant capacity, nag-define ka ng plant capacity based on the maximum demand, di dadagdagan mo ng kaunti para yun ang difference between the maximum demand and the plant capacity will serve as your reserve capacity. Gets?
Opo, sir.
Opo, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Okay, so the installed capacity of the plant is always somewhat greater than the maximum demand of the plant. Yan ang sinasabi. No? Hindi pwedeng yung iyong plant capacity or installed capacity is always greater than your maximum demand. Otherwise, lagi kang may brown out. It is interesting to note that the difference between the load factor and plant capacity factor is an indication of the reserve capacity. Okay? So reserve capacity, plant capacity minus maximum demand. And then meron tayong use factor, no? So plant use factor, sabi ko nga kanina, if you are operating using several number of generating units, halimbawa, para makaproduce ka ng 300 megawatt, you need 5 generating units, no? So hindi lahat ng oras yung 5 generating units mo ay nagra-run at nagpo-produce ng electricity. Merong cases na siya ay kailangan mong i-off depending on the load demand. Kaya ngayon, titingnan mo na ngayon yung ilang bang oras ko binuhay. Halimbawa, you got 5 generating units. Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, Unit 5. Yung Unit 1 is operating 24 hours. Unit 2, halimbawa, nag-ooperate lang ng 10 hours. Unit 3, nag-ooperate lang ng 3 hours. Unit 4 nag-ooperate ng 5 hours. Unit 5 ay nag-ooperate ng 6 hours. So, titingnan mo ngayon yung number of hours of use. Yun ang iyong i-multiply dun sa plant capacity mo, plant use capacity. Halimbawa, Unit 1, ang capacity mo ay 100 megawatt, times 24 hours plus, halimbawa ang capacity ng unit mo ay 50 megawatt times 5 hours lang ng operation, so on and so forth. Okay? So makukuha mo yung plant use factor. Okay? So yung station output naman sa is in kilowatt hour. In kilowatt hour. So ito yung power generated. Okay? Supposed to be, sabi nga dito, suppose a plant having installed capacity of 20 megawatt produces annual output of 7.35 times 10 to the 6 kilowatt hour and remains in operation for 2190 hours in a year, then the plant use factor is, so meron kang 7.35 times 10 to the 6 over 20 times 10 cubed times 2190. So, pakicompute nga ninyo if this is 0.1678. Yan yung plant use factor natin, which is always less than 1. Pakicheck nga ninyo. 7.35 times 10 to the 6 over 20 times 10 cubed times 2190. Kasi ari ay megawatt, kaya ginawa mong kilowatt, ari kilowatt. No? Kaya ari 20 times 1,000. No?
Tama po, sir.
Ari 20,000. Tama ba?
Opo, sir.
Okay, so recalling, balikan uli natin. So, meron tayong load factor, average load over maximum demand. Paulit-ulit tayo dito kasi this would serve as your guide mamaya sa pagko-compute. Average load, ngayon pwede mong computein by using this equation, maximum demand times your load factor. So, paikot-ikutin mo lang yan depending on the given conditions. Okay? Units generated per annum is average load in kilowatt hours times hours in a year. So, meron kang ganyan ngayon. Okay? And then load duration curve. Ano naman ang pagkakaiba ng duration curve dun sa ating simply load curve? Pagkakaiba. Ano yung pagkakaiba ng load duration curve at saka ng ating let's say typical daily load curve? No? Yung ating daily load curve starts with 12 midnight and ends at 12 midnight. 24 hours siya yung time duration natin. No? So, pinaplat lang natin kung ano yung load demand for a specific time of the day. Yun yung daily load curve natin. Pero kapag ka load duration curve, ina-arrange natin yung ating load demand, no, from highest value to lowest value. No? So, nag-aano ngayon tayo dito. So, ito yung corresponding load duration curve natin. No? So, it started, ano yung highest, then, kung ito yung ating daily load curve, ito yung highest at ito yung lowest. Okay? Na nare-realize natin. No? Sabi nga dito, the load demand, the load elements of a load curve are arranged in order of descending magnitude. Descending, ibig sabihin, from highest to lowest. Descending magnitude. Okay? So, the curve that's obtained is called load duration curve. So, ibig sabihin, a load duration curve can be created or established given the load curve, the typical load curve. Okay? So, the load duration curve is obtained from the same data as the load curve, but the ordinates are arranged in order of descending magnitudes. No? So, magsisimula ka, hanapin mo, ano ba yung may pinakamataas na load demand? What is the maximum load demand? Followed by this, paliit, descending magnitude. Okay? So in other words, the maximum load is represented to the left and descending loads or decreasing loads are represented to the right in the descending order. Okay? So dito, the load elements in order of descending magnitude are 20 megawatts for 8 hours, 15 megawatt for 4 hours, 5 megawatt for 12 hours. Okay? And then ipaplat mo na siya. So the following points may be noted about load duration curve. First, kanina sabi nga natin, ano ba yung importance of having your daily load curve? Ngayon, ano naman yung mga na-notice natin, no? About the load duration curve. The load duration curve gives the data in a more presentable form. In other words, it readily shows the number of hours during the given which the given load has prevailed. Yan, nakikita mo na agad ilang oras ba nag-prevail or ilang oras ba nakita mo nag-occur yung iyong ganung load. Okay? Let's say for example, 15 megawatt or 20 megawatt for 8 hours. Makikita mo na agad yan. No? So, madaling tingnan. The area under the load duration curve is equal to that of the corresponding load. So, hindi dapat magbabago. No? Kasi yun ang ating generated, kilowatt hour generated. Kung ano yung na-compute nating area doon sa iyong typical load curve, yun din dapat ang makukompute natin sa load duration curve because you are dealing with the same data. Hindi magbabago yun. You are just creating your load duration curve from a given daily load curve. Okay? Obviously, area under daily load duration curve will give the units generated on that day. The load duration curve can be extended to include any period of time, no? By laying out the abscissa from 0 hour to 8760 hours. So ito yung annual. The variation in distribution of demand for entire year can be summarized in one curve. The curve thus obtained is called the annual load duration curve. So ito yung mga types ng loads natin. Domestic, no? Ito yung nare-realize natin sa mga residential, no, areas. Domestic load, lights, fans, refrigerators, heaters, television, small motors, etc. Okay? Commercial load, so ito naman, lighting for shops, fans, electric appliances in restaurants, etc., etc. Okay? Air conditioners, yan. And space heaters. Industrial load, yan, consists of load demand by industries. Okay? Small scale industry requires up to 25 kilowatt, medium scale industry between 25 and 100 kilowatt, and large industry requires load above 500 kilowatt. Okay? Industrial loads are generally not weather dependent. Municipal load consists of street lighting, no? Meron tayong power required by water pumps, no, water supply for and drainage purposes, street lighting load, okay? And then irrigation load, okay, electric power needed for pumps driven by motors to supply water to the fields, okay? Supplied for 12 hours during night. Traction load, no? Ito yung mga tram cars, trolley buses, railways, no? This class of load has wide variation. Okay? Sabi dito, during the morning hour, it reaches peak value because people have to go their workplace. After morning hours, the load starts decreasing and again rises during evening since the people start coming to their homes. So, typical demand and diversity factors. Yan. So, ito yung mga pwede nating gamitin pag magde-design ka. These are some valuable assumptions that we can use. Let's say, given, alam mo, gusto mong mag-assume ng demand factor, ito yan. Okay? So, commercial, general power use, and even residence. Okay? Residential. So, makita mo naman dito, typical diversity factor. Okay? Residential, commercial, and general power supply. Okay? So yan yung diversity factor which is greater than 1. Ang iyo namang demand factor is less than 1. Usually less than 1. Okay? So ito yung ating distribution. Okay? So makikita natin may feeder ka, may distribution transformer. So basically from the power generating system, then papunta na dun sa ating consumers A, B, and C. Okay? Oh. Let us take one example applying sa mga equations nating napag-usapan kanina. Okay? So gagamitin lang natin yung mga basic equation, no, on variable load analysis. So yung mga inaral nating load factor, average load, maximum demand, no, capacity factor, plant capacity factor, demand factor, diversity factor, plus use factor. Yan. Paulit-ulitin lang natin, paikot-ikutin lang natin sa pag-a-analyze ng variable load problems. Okay? So example 1. No. So let us take first example. Okay, get your calculator. So maximum demand given a 100 megawatt. Ang annual load factor is 40%. Calculate the total energy in a year. So given na yung iyong load factor, no? Given yung maximum demand mo, then of course hours in a year. So ang total energy generated in the year. So siya ay kilowatt hour. Pakicheck nga nito kung tama. Tama ba ga? Get your calculator. Ano ninyo?
Tama po, sir.
Tama. Yan, very good. Okay, so problem number 2. Ang gusto ko lang may highlight dito, yung units, no? No, minsan nagkaka-problem tayo sa units kasi hindi kayo marunong mag-convert ng units. Siyempre, careful kung kilowatt, careful kung megawatt, no? And then of course yung hours natin, okay, yung total hours. So usually naman in terms of hours yung time natin. So kaya makakayal tayo, let's say kagaya nito, energy generated per year, kilowatt hour. Okay. Example 2, power generating station is a connected load, 43 kilowatt, maximum demand of 20 megawatt. The units generated being 6 annum. Okay? You wanted to calculate the demand factor and the load factor. Okay. Yan. So, ano natin dito? Maximum demand over connected load is demand factor. So, given na agad yun, direct substitution. Then, you wanted to compute for the load factor. So, kailangan mo ng average load. So, units generated per annum over hours per year. So, ito ay 61.5 times 10 to the 6. Nawawala yung 6 doon. Pakiano ninyo nga ito. 61.5 times 10 to the 6 over 8760. Nawala yung 6. Sorry. Nawala yung 6 dito. Kasi yun ay 61.5 times 10 to the 6. Pakicheck nga ninyo kung tama.
Tama po, sir.
Okay. So, 61.5 times to the 10 to the 6 yun. Pakicorrect dyan sa inyong manual. Hawak na ninyo yung inyong manual. Ha? Hawak ninyo.
Apo, sir.
Opo.
Hawak ba? O iba ang hawak? Iba ang inyong hawak ngayon dyan, ha? O yan. Next. Pag kinumpute mo ang load factor, nakuha mo na si load demand, average demand. So, 720 divided by maximum demand. Maximum demand is given 20 times 10 cube. Okay. Paki-check. Tama ba ka?
Tama po, sir.
31.5% load factor or 0.35. Okay, good. Oh, example 3. Oh, 100 megawatt power station delivers 100 megawatt for 2 hours. Yan. 50 megawatt for 6 hours and is shut down for the rest of each day. Also shut down for maintenance for 45 days each year. Calculates its annual load factor. Okay. So titingnan mo muna ano ba yung energy supply for each working day. So syempre 100 megawatt, 2 oras lang siya. So 100 times 2 plus 50 megawatt. So another unit, nag-run siya for 6 hours. So ito yung total na na-produce per day, energy supply. 500 megawatt per megawatt hour. Paki-compute nga nito. 200 plus 300. 500 megawatt hour. So lahat ay unit ay megawatt hour. Megawatt hour. Okay. So consistent yung unit. Sabi dito, station operates for 365. Yun ay 1 year. Number of days in a year. Minus 45 days daw ay nagkaroon ng shutdown para sa maintenance. So naging ang operation na niya ay 320 days in a year. Okay. So pag kinumpute mo ngayon yung energy supply per year, so 500 megawatt hour, no, times 320 days in a year. Oh, yung anuhin nyo. Per year ito. 320 days. Ito ay per year ang pinag-uusapan natin. Yun yung ang tingnan, yung unit, yung consistency kasi 160,000 megawatt hours siya. Energy supplied per year. Ano kayo? Yan ang nangyari. Tama ba ang value? 160?
Tama po, sir.
Apo, sir.
Yan. So, 160 over, then meron kang 100 din, no? Plus 320 times 24 times 100. Paki-check ninyo ito. Ito yung annual. Annual ha, hindi annular. Paki-ano ha? Annual load factor, hindi annular. Annual, paki-correct nito ha. Annual load factor. Paki-correct. May mga typo error. Sorry for that.
Tama po, sir.
Okay. Inyo nga i-analyze. Ang example number 4. Kayo nga ang mag-ano dyan. Inyong ang tingnan. Tama ba nga ang definition ng mga formula and substitution. Okay. Example 4. A generating station is a maximum demand of 25 megawatt, a load factor of 60%, a plant capacity factor of 50%, and a plant use factor of 72%. You are required to find the reserve capacity ng plant. Second is the daily energy produced and the maximum energy that can be produced daily if the plant while running as per schedule were fully loaded. Okay, yan. Inyo munang i-analyze. Paikot-ikutin ninyo. Better if you have your ball pen and sheet of paper or in the side of your manual, mag-solve ka diyan ng iyo. Go. Hindi ko kayo nakikita pero I assume na kayo ay nagsosolve. Nagsosolve ka kayo?
Apo, sir.
Magtrabaho pa ako. Gusto namin mo mag-undi.
Excuse po, sir. Naka-mic po kayo.
Excuse po, sir.
Sir,
Hindi pa rin.
Naka-off mic po ata kayo.
Oh, okay. Hello. Napapakinig niyo ako?
Apo, sir.
opo, sir.
Okay. So, balik uli. So, you got your... Pakinig niyo ako?
Apo, sir.
Pakinig niyo
Yes
ako?
po, sir.
Opo, sir. Yes.
Okay. Ito, yung load factor equation natin is average demand over maximum demand. Given ang 0.6, no? meron kang maximum demand na 25, then you can compute for average demand. So average demand is 25 times 0.6, which is 15 megawatt. Likewise, we have plant capacity factor equation, which is average demand over your plant capacity. You can compute for your plant capacity, no, by using your average demand, which was computed earlier, 15 megawatt, and the plant capacity factor of 0.5 or 50%. Yan. So we can compute now your plant capacity, which is 15 over 0.5 is 30 megawatt. The plant capacity, reserve capacity ng plant is plant capacity minus maximum demand. So 30 minus 25 is 5 megawatt. So you got 5 megawatt reserve capacity of the plant. Ngayon, pag kinompute mo yung daily energy produce, syempre, merong average demand times 24. So 15 times 24, 360 megawatt hour. Okay? Maximum energy that can be produced is actual energy produced in a day over plant use factor. So we have 500 megawatt per day. Okay? Megawatt hour per day. Okay. Ngayon, problem 5. Yan. So inyong tingnan uli ito. A diesel station supplies the following loads to various consumers. Meron ka yan, nagbabari ang iyong consumer dito. Meron kang industrial consumer with 1,500 kilowatt daw ang demand niya. Commercial establishment, 750. Domestic ay 100. Domestic light is 450. If the maximum demand on the station is 2,500 kilowatt in the number of kilowatt hour generated per year is 45 times 10 to the fifth, determine the diversity factor and the annual load factor. Okay, paki-compute nga ninyo. Diversity factor. Inad muna yung total consumer. Then dinivide mo ng iyong maximum demand. So 1.12. Tama ba na ang diversity factor is greater than 1? Tama ba?
Yes po, sir.
Yes po.
Apo, sir.
Okay, so compute. Tingnan nga ninyo if this is 1.12, ang diversity factor.
Opo, sir. 1.12.
Okay, next. Compute for the average demand.
Inano ko na lang po yung syllabus. Kaya sama-sama ko. PS2 po yung
Thank you. O dito, kinuha ninyo yung average demand. Mapapakinig ninyo ako.
Yes po, sir.
Meron
Yes,
tayong
sir.
kilowatt generated annum over hours and year. Okay? Bakit 8,760? Kasi annual ang pinag-uusapan natin. The total hours in a year, 8,760. Paki-compute nga nito. 45 times 10 to the fifth. No? Ito yung kilowatt hours per year, 8760. So, kilowatt. And then, compute for the load factor. Pag nakuha mo yung average load or average demand, divide mo na maximum demand, that will serve as your load factor. Okay, paki-check. 20.5 dapat ang iyong load factor. Tama?
Tama po, sir.
Napapakinig niyo ako? Okay, thank you. Next, example 6. A power station has a maximum demand of 15,000 kilowatt. Okay? The annual load factor is 50% and the plant capacity factor is 40%. You wanted to determine the reserve capacity of the plant. Okay. So meron tayong equation, energy generated per annum, maximum demand, no, given. May load factor ka at saka hours in a year. It should be in kilowatt hour. Okay, paki-compute. 15,000 times 0.5 times 8760.
Tama po, sir.
Okay, so kilowatt hour yung energy generated. Now, we can compute for the plant capacity factor. Okay, units generated per annum, yun yung na-compute natin, divided by plant capacity times hours in a year. So, merong 65.7 times 10 to the 6 divided by 0.4 times 8760. So, 18,750 kilowatt. Paki-check.
Tama din po.
Okay, so reserve capacity, plant capacity minus maximum demand. So, ang maximum demand natin ay 15,000. Okay, 8 unit na rin. It should be kilo. Ito ay kilowatt. Kilowatt ito. Kilowatt. It should be in kilowatts. No? It should be in kilowatt. Kasi 1870 minus 15,000 kilowatt. Wala ito. Paki-remove nito. You remove this one. Remove this one also here. Kasi plant capacity is, it should be in kilowatt. Okay? Okay, correct ha. So, 3750 supposed to be kilowatt yung iyong reserve capacity. Okay? Oh. Problem 7. Paki-check uli ninyo. Given na itong mga diversity factor, demand factor, and maximum demand. Okay. Okay, ano uli ng problem na ito? Let's do the analysis and checking. Hello? Nariyan pa kayo?
Apo, sir.
Opo, sir.
Opo, sir.
O, nakikita ninyo itong self-assessment. Ito ang gagawin ninyo later. No? And then you submit. No? Bukas isasubmit ito but you start doing this self-assessment. Okay? Tomorrow we will be discussing load curves and selection of generating units.
Sir, ask ko lang po kung
Yes, go ahead.
ang submission po ay through Gmail, email din po.
Pero isasubmit ang hard copy ha next week. Even week tayo face to face.
Ah,
No? Magsasubmit ng yung inyong e-copy pero isasubmit din ng hard copy during face to face, no? Para malaman ko na kayo ay nagagawa. Kasi pag yun ay next week, pag tayo yun ay sinabi kong next week ang submission, hindi kayo gagawa. Okay? Madatambakan kayo. You start doing and then submit.
sir, pwede po ulit.
Ano?
About po kung sa format po, kung long or short bond paper daw po.
Yan ang problem given solution. No bond paper yung gagamitin.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po.
I-scan lang ninyo yon, yung inyong isasubmit na yon, i-email. Then yung in-scan ka, yung inyong hard copy, yung original copy, isasubmit next time. Okay?
Okay. Thank you po, sir.